Thoughts on that, and just describe your team's performance today.
I didn't think there was a great deal between the two teams in the opening half an hour up to the first goal. I think the first goal, it's a mistake from our point of view. My keeper knows he needs to do better with the initial shot. I wasn't sure if he could have caught it, but if he's going to try and tip it over the bar, then we need to make sure of that. And I thought the reaction then from the players was positive again. I think if you look at the three goals, the first three goals that we concede, I think they're all really avoidable. Even the second one, we don't switch on to the danger around us. It's a simple throw into the 18-yard box, and then we don't defend that situation well enough. We score a really good goal just before half time with Fatah, who I thought was outstanding all afternoon, and that gave us a little bit of a lift at half time. We spoke about the importance of the next 10-15 minutes, to stay in the game, not to concede, and unfortunately we didn't defend the third goal well enough. We need to do a little bit better in the 1v1, and then unfortunately we don't defend the cross ball well enough. But again, being 3-1 down, I think it's very easy to capitulate at that point, but the players got themselves back into the game, again scoring a really, really good team goal, and at 3-2 it's game on again. Just before Rangers get the fourth, we actually hit the post. We managed to recycle the ball on the left hand side, but unfortunately the cross in the box is not good enough, and Rangers counter attack from there. Really good goal from Rangers' perspective, and a terrific finish from Majowski, and at that point unfortunately it's pretty much game over.
Did you really think you had a chance there at 3-2? It looked like you had the momentum, obviously hitting the post. Do you think you might get a point, Jim?
I mean, I thought the first half was, as I said, pretty even. I don't think we deserved to be going in behind at half time. I thought the second half Rangers started really, really brightly, and I thought for the first 15 minutes of the second half they were well on top. They were dominating, and we couldn't really get up the pitch. But I thought when we got the second goal, that gave us a little bit of a shot in the arm and made us believe that maybe we could take something from the game. And you could see that with the amount of dangerous attacks that we had, and really good on the break at times. But ultimately, 3 of the 4 goals for me are poor from our point of view, and that's been us all season. Really defensively, we haven't been good enough. But I thought the overall performance, what the players put into it and what they gave, I can't question that. I just thought Rangers, slightly shaded it on the day.
What's the I think that's bottom 6. Jim confirmed. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, disappointed obviously with not being able to make the top half. We knew we needed Falkirk to lose the next 2. We had to win the next 2, and then it would come down to goal difference. But credit to John McGlynn and his players. They've had a terrific season. Similar to the one that we had last year. As the promoted team, you're kind of riding the crest of a wave. And we're extremely disappointed, obviously, not to be involved in that top 6. But the objective now for us as a group is to try and finish best of the rest. It doesn't count for much in terms of there's no European places up for grabs or anything like that. But there's still an element of personal pride, and we have to make sure that we keep the standards high.
What's the nature of Ashley's injury, and do you have any sort of early prognosis?
I think he's dislocated his shoulder, so however length of time that takes, it's going to be a couple of weeks at least, possibly more. We'll get it scanned and see if there's any other kind of damage within it, but disappointing afternoon for us.
In terms of Amar Fatai, you described him as outstanding there. Where do you think his ceiling is when you see him performing like that on a stage like this?
Yeah, I mean, look, I thought Fatah was the best player on the park all afternoon. I thought he was outstanding. We've been very lucky to have him at Dundee United, and of course we'll try our utmost to bring him back next season. But I think we have to be realistic about what that's going to look like. We gave Amar a great platform to go and showcase his talents and to raise his profile and show everybody what he's capable of. And today again was another one of those performances where he's heavily involved in every one of our dangerous attacks, and he belongs on the big stage. He's performed really well consistently over the course of the campaign. His all-round involvement in terms of goal contributions, goals scored, assists has been has been the best in terms of our group, and yeah, we'll enjoy him for the remaining 6 games.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, thanks guys. Thank you.